Okay, guys, I've just got my new cards out. I hope everybody's doing well. They did arrive yesterday. Unfortunately, I've been in work and, I'm exhausted with, mum stuff and work stuff. And so, yeah, I've had a little cleansing of them. I've given them all shuffles. You can see from my post and video, I had the Intuit tarot cards, and they're absolutely beautiful, and they come all the way from LA. I thought they were coming on a ship, to be honest, but they didn't. They came from LAX, so I'm really grateful to the Etsy store for sending them over to me, and for everybody again who helped me purchase them. I'm so grateful. They are absolutely beautiful. Guys, I want you to take this reading with a grain of salt, and I said this to my group chat people because I am testing out the cards, so I don't want people taking everything I say as gospel either. I just read energies for entertainment purposes, and again, I'm trying to get to know these cards, so you have to bear with me, okay? But it's interesting again, so I get some more repeat cards again, so. But all right, so I did a brief reading yesterday also that I might have put a picture up on my community page, and the reading that I'm interpreting now, I kind of got the same kind of message yesterday. Right, so I'll just start. So I've just used 5 across from my Intuit tarot collection, and then I clarified with the Intuit oracles as well. Okay, right, so we've got the 8 of Cups. So it says, release what doesn't serve you. Right, so, I think this is, I know we've been saying it for a while, but these adjacents are a pain in the arsehole, but I think it is coming down to crunch, really, with certain behaviours of these people. Me and some other readers were picking up on Friday that something might be coming, and I still feel that is the case, but there was a strong energy around it on Friday, so I'm still convinced that these people read our Twitter posts, not just me, a lot of other readers as well, and we had this heightened feeling on Friday, and then it backed off. So I'm wondering if somebody showed, just talk somebody out of doing something unwise. I don't know, but this 2-week period, I still feel that is important for revelations and some things that could come to light, but whether it's going to be from them or our favourite couple, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so the 8 of Cups. So release what doesn't serve you, and I feel like one or both of them are doing that finally. It's just come to the end of the road. It's like an emotionally unfulfilled, it's time to move on. They are going to be releasing this negativity, we hope. Okay, and then the oracle card that comes underneath it is the Phoenix, which is death and rebirth, an awakening, is rising up from the ashes. So I'm thinking that I think they cannot move on until these adjacents are gone and taken care of, and this is what needs to happen. I've got the moon cards right in the middle of the reading. I'll talk about that now as well. But with this 8 of Cups, it's just really letting go. And then the Phoenix, you rising from the ashes. And I feel that as a couple, once they get rid of another couple, they will be able to rise above and, sort it all out. Sort it out, as they say on EastEnders. That was really cringe. Sorry. Right, so, and then I've got the other clarifier of the Anchor. So once they were able to move on, rise up, their relationship becomes then just more solid, more enduring, more steady. It's just a lot of perseverance with them both. And I think this is just future energy the next couple of days, weeks, The spirit just give me a tingle in my fingers, maybe, to confirm that. As I touch the moon, I keep touching these moon cards in the middle. you can't see me doing this as I'm doing a voice memo and then I'll upload it. So, but yeah, I keep going to this moon, which I had yesterday, interestingly enough. But anyway, okay, so we're moving across to the Seven of Cups. Focus, action, cognizant, seeing a clear choice. And I think they have been talking about how to proceed with their relationship, going public. Again, this is for fun and entertainment purposes, guys. You can interpret this how you like. But from what my cards are saying, they are, we got so many cups on the board again. Like 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, so 2 of Cups. So spoiler alert. So, the cups to me are relationship. So anyway, I think they've been reluctant to come forward with this because of outside factors and the fact that they are both extremely private people and they don't want to be splashed all over tabloids and everything. But it's coming to a point where I think a lot of us are feeling this, that it's now or never. It's do or die. Really, it's coming to, it's like that heightened sort of tension that is going to be released. So and they come to a choice about that. I feel like they've had a lot of conversations, whether in person or on the phone, and yeah, this communication then of how to forward, and they are decisive about what to do, right? So it's clarified then by the White Wolf. You've got confidence, guidance, trust your inner knowing. I think that they've had definitely guidance from, I've said this before, but they're having guidance from outside sources as well, like their PR teams, their managers, anyone they've talked into confidence about. I still feel like there's someone on set, or several people on set now actually, as I said that no, and they have confided in. And they're also listening to their own intuition, their own, like, they know that they are endgame, and they also know that, like, hiding and it's being secretive is not really the way forward. So they are, like I said, listening, and they're coming to this understanding. Okay, so, and then I've got Snowflake. We've got perfect, delicate, coded, fragile, symmetry is precise, handle carefully. Yeah, the snowflake, you can just feel it between your fingers, can't you? And if you touch it, it'll just melt. And I think this is what they're feeling, that even though they're listening to their inner guidance and advice from spirit, like, they just feel that this moment in time is such a fragile time, and one kind of misstep and it all comes crumbling down, or it all sort of melts. So, and there's a lot of fear around this as well for the both of them. But it's either be exposed or expose. It's like, it's this ultimatum now from life, really. How can you move forward if you're not honest?
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so the next card then we've got is the Eight of Wands, okay? Right, so I always associate the Eight of Wands with swift progress, movement, yeah, and it's interesting that I think I had something similar yesterday when I just did a short reading. So for us, like, I know we've been waiting for ages for this, but I think this is like quick movement, or something will just come straight in. And it's interesting that I got 2 moon cards again. Now, I don't really want to give a date on YouTube and rile everyone up, because if it doesn't happen, then I have people coming for me and all sorts, because some people don't understand that the energy is, changes, and Luke and Nick have free will and they make their own decisions, and I cannot influence anything they do at all. I do not know them personally, okay? But I got 2 moon cards with this 8 of Wands, and there is a full moon coming up in early December. You can Google that if you want to. Yesterday I had a card for the waxing moon, so you can Google what date that is in December. But I'm thinking something is coming up with this full moon around the December date that I have in mind, and that is, and it's funny, it's really that the card that is underneath these moon is another moon card, and it's like romance, affection, sensuality, so the feminine as well. Yeah, so, and again, what I was feeling yesterday was like Nick's intuition is really guiding her forward at the minute. Like Luke has, from the beginning, all the way back in September, when I felt that he was around New York, whether he was there or not, it's up for debate, but he would have been, shouting from the Empire State Building, yeah, me and Nick are together, and she's the one that's been more reticent about it, okay? She is the one that's been like, no, it's my private life, I don't want it out there, especially after such a public press tour. But I think that she is the one who's coming into like intuition at the minute. I've got a lot of femininity, and I've got the woman card on the board as well. Okay, so again, if you move across, when the Two of Cups came out, I laughed again. And I was like, so it doesn't matter really what jet that I use. I'm always going to get the Two of Cups for Luke and Nick when I do a joint reading for them. I'm going to try, I think, and do them separately and see what comes out. Right, it has come out in reverse, but do not be alarmed. Alright, so it says rescuing, caretaking, enabling, clinging, seeking approval, and codependency. Right, even though they might not be physically in the same country at the moment. I mean, I don't know. They still have a tremendous amount, and I've been feeling this for a couple of weeks as well, a tremendous amount of codependency on each other, which is normal for a new relationship, and they are so close. They're almost, you can just imagine, can't you? You've seen on the press tour like how close they were, and yet like they had to be physically removed. Like sometimes they weren't even being removed from each other. Like I'm thinking of when he puts a bracelet on her in Brazil, and he does it with one hand because they refuse to let go of each other's backs and stuff like this. Is like crazy shit that we were dealing with on the tour. This is just amplified right now. So they are, I think they're just going to be quite a sickeningly clingy couple as well, like not in a bad way, but in a way, if you were in a restaurant with them and you had to sit opposite and you were like, oh, that's cute, and then after sort of 10 minutes you're like, okay, you can stop now. And I have to sit there and witness this. But yeah, so I think even though like the Two of Cups is still on the board, but it's in reverse with this deck, I have been feeling this for a while, that they're talking, but like I can see in my mind's eye, like the phone, always on the phone, text, do you know what I mean? Like that's what's going through my mind. So if they're not together physically, now I've had people ask me this on Twitter, can you tell me if Nick and Luke are together in Rome? No, I can't. I cannot. I do not have a tracker on their backsides. I cannot astral project. I cannot see into a crystal ball, or you know what? I wish I had the mirror from Beauty and the Beast so I can like literally, but that would make me a stalker and I don't want to do that. So I cannot tell you if they are physically together all of the time, but I can tell you that they are connected in other ways. They're connected emotionally, metaphysically, technologically, definitely. Okay, so don't worry about that. They are together. So, but I do see a lot of codependency with the two of them, which is, it's not always a bad thing. So underneath that, I thought this is quite funny, is clarified by the swans. Again, Spirit is like, you know what? The Two of Cups, not enough. Take some swans. Right, so we've got soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, bloom in love, the one, deep soul connections. I think, yeah, they are so I'll get emotional when I read this. They are definitely the one, with that deep soul connection. And like, if people don't believe that they are together romantically, like that's fine, that's your opinion. But whether they are, I mean, it's just the fact that I get so many like lovers cards with them, and like a lot of sex and passion, as well as I believe that they are romantically involved. They are definitely soulmates, whether you believe the romance or not. They are tied together. It's bigger than us. It's hard for me to explain. It's definitely a past life connections. They have known each other in probably lifetimes before, and they had the opportunity for whatever reason to come back during this time, and they are here for a purpose. And I don't know about everybody else, but I have never shipped a real life couple before in my entire life. Like, I was obsessed with Titanic growing up, but I never ever thought, oh, Leo and Kate should be together. I just never saw it. But with this, you can just see something different. Sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. There's nothing I can do about it. They live here with me. Right. So whether you believe it is romantic or not, they are tied through fate, and the purpose coming back to this life has been already, like, they've achieved some of it, because they've got us all so captivated and raptured by it, and how that lights up your life and your individual birth chart, as other people have talked about. I certainly changed mine, because I wasn't reading like this. I was reading on other people and privately. It's given me the confidence to like go forward with the YouTube channel, Okay, and then underneath the swan, I have woman. So, and it says girlfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, okay, and the feminine. So yeah, spirit again, once again, shouted in my face. 2 of Cups, the swans, and girlfriend, fiance. Ooh, interesting. Now, I know there's a lot of speculation about that, but I was saying to a friend of mine that I'm hoping they're not, like, I don't want to go down this Delulu path, but I want to be at their wedding somehow. So I hope, that they are not already married, because that would devastate me. I mean, I'm obviously not going to be at their wedding, guys. Don't take that seriously. I mean, I just would like to witness the day that I don't know, put a hat on and pretend that I'm there. Right, so, and this femininity energy as well around the 2 of them, which is interesting. Definitely a lot of love, a lot of prosperous time, shall we say. Okay, all right, and then I've got the 7 of coins. So going forward again, like, this is what the theme has been of the reading, like a short reading I did yesterday, and then this one, this like moving forward energy. I don't know if you can read this in the card yourself, but like, I've got this going forward, and that has been rare for some of my other readings. There's a lot of them that be like, oh, they're stuck in it, and they can't get rid of this adjacent, and blah 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 blah. But this is one of the first ones that I've done with, like, I can see forward fast. They go in, like, there's actual change coming. And I think with the 7 of coins, things are coming to fruition, it says on the card. Harvest, ripen, and then it says patience. Like, we've had so much patience, and they probably had a lot of patience as well, because especially with Luke, because he's got this like lovely Labrador energy, that I really tapped into that around the New York time. And he would just, shout from the rooftop. So for him, he's had a lot of patience with Nick, and that shows that they are just on the same page, even though they got different personalities, and they do butt heads. Like, I'm not saying they haven't butt heads the last couple of weeks, especially with things going on, but because they understand each other so well, they can come back to this like mutual understanding of like talking to each other, and then deciding how to move forward. So, and they've got this, so with this long-term view then of how I think they've got a plan. I just saw in my head like paperwork. I can see them like sitting around a table as well. Like, there's paperwork involved in this. I don't know what spirit is showing. I can see like a boardroom, like a glass table and paper. I don't know. That was just a weird download. Yeah, but moving forward that, and then it is clarified by the broom. So that is remove unwanted stuff. Delete. Oh, interesting. Total makeover. So it is like this complete. I've got to sweep everything out of the way, and then I'm thinking if they do reveal to us, I think they want to take it into their own hands. They don't want anyone else to make the decision for them. But whether they're going to go about this directly, like, I don't see it being on Nick's social media, like, oh, me and Luke were so happy in love. Like, she might drop a Pollen selfie, and it might be a bit suggestive. But I don't actually see them being like, oh, we're in love, and, yet. It's because it's not their MO, but they might do something really clearly to show that, yeah, they've been together, or they might have, with that paperwork I just saw in my mind, are they drawing up a statement? I don't know. We'll see, but one way or another, with this moon, I think there's revelations coming. The revelations of, as well, because I've got the 2 moon cards next to on the deck, the soulmate and the woman. What are we going to find out? And, like, guys, as well, if we do find something out about either Nick or Luke that is deeply personal, please do not judge them, either of them. Do not post it on social media. Keep it within your group chats. Take a time to digest what you've just learned, okay, and support the both of them, because that's why we are here. We're here for the love of Luke and Nick and no other reason, okay? And then underneath the broom, then I've got the Motart and Pastel, which is blend, brew, alchemy, concoction, breaking things down. I'm thinking with this one is just they've. Yeah, again, I can see, I know this is probably not the meaning of the card, but this is that, I can just see them, like grounding things down to, like, yeah, and keep going back to this paperwork, guys, so maybe they're, like, hammering stuff out a minute in the negotiations of how they're going to do this. That's just coming through that's what the spirit is showing me, like, and then they're just, sorry, I want to keep tapping on the table. So with the breaking things down, I wonder if they're hammering out contracts. I've got on this board, because I asked about Nick and Luke, I'm really pleased to see that we have no real adjacents of threats. This is all about their relationship, but I mean, once they release certain things, then they can move forward. So this is all about them moving forward, which is great. Okay, and then, but I still see this. I hope it's not a prenup. Don't put that out. Don't tell people I've said that. I know, it's something to do with contracts as well. Okay, alright, so the underlying energy is the 5 of coins. So again, this is looking ahead, and I had this yesterday, and I think this was the underlying energy yesterday. Changes, rebuild, acceptance, recovery, a turning point. Oof. And I really think, yeah, something is definitely coming where we will see a turning point for them as a couple. I mean, maybe we won't see it for a while, but maybe they will see it. But I got a feeling, like, with this moon and revelations and stuff, that we will see it. It's positive changes. Any confirmation for us as a Lucola fandom will just be ecstatic, yeah? So, and I'm just looking at some of the other cards underneath. I don't normally do this, but I've got the Ace of Wands, and that is new passion for love and life. And then the Hierophant, and we've got the Lovers as well, and the Chariot. I could keep on taking these cards, but I like when you pull a card up and then there's one that's like kind of stands out to you underneath. And then for my Oracle deck, I've got Clover, which is luck, happy coincidence, unexpected rendezvous. Ooh, is Nick going on a trip? to Italy, perhaps. A fling, good fortune, carefree, a reward. Yeah, interesting. So I just feel that with this card, there might be a lot of good luck, okay, around them at this time. We have just moved into Pluto in Aquarius. Luke is an Aquarian. Nicola is an Aquarius rising. So we're out of the Capricorn era now. So we're into both their signs. So that is fortuitous. Unfortunately, the adjacents are also Aquarians. You can't really make this shit up, can you? But I just feel that neither of them have much relevance going forward. But, you know, I've been blasted on the internet for saying such things the last couple of weeks, so go and look at certain Instagram accounts and make your own mind up, but okay. Right, so guys, I've warbled on again. If you like this video as well, this sounds like such a YouTube plug, but I trying to get to a certain number of subscribers. If you would like my video and subscribe and share as well, I would be most appreciated. If you would like to buy me a coffee, the link is in the description, and I've also got a PayPal as well, but no pressure to do that. I am extremely grateful for everything anyway. So yeah, I hope that helps. I'm sorry I haven't done a reading for a while, but I've just been like proper exhausted. Again, take this really with a grain of salt. Energy changes is for fun and entertainment purposes, but for what I see within the cards, a lot of forward movement within the next 2 weeks. So yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, thanks guys, bye.